Hi guys, welcome in. How are you doing? My plan is to bring you a Divine Masculine reading. When I was recording the angel messages for this week, over the weekend, Divine Masculine energy came in at the end with showing itself as the Emperor. So in the energy of the four kings, right? The Emperor is the energy of the four kings. Still being in this vibration, yet either surrounded by this energy of the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Raphael, the Five of Cups, or Four of Cups here, or this is what they're experiencing within them. So what I got through during that video, I heard the Divine Masculine, and this was a big question. There was a question mark around this. Are they feeling a bit lackluster? That was the phrase I got through. Since then, I've received some more channeled messages. Yes, a little bit lackluster, dealing quite possibly with a karmic energy or karmic partner. I do have karmic partner written down here, but I know not every Divine Masculine is in a committed relationship with someone who's firmly in the 3D. I did get through that they are miffed with themselves or miffed at themselves for not seeing clearly any sooner than this. As I'm recording this, it is the full moon in Scorpio in it'll be 12:56 a.m. or p.m. rather. I'm still on my second cup of coffee. It is 11:36 a.m. Eastern time right now. So in the next hour and 10, 20 minutes or so, that full moon in Scorpio will be at its peak. This is a very deeply emotional moon. Scorpio is about death and rebirth. It brings up a lot of our shadow and the shadow of situations and other people we may be dealing with in our experience, right? Want to keep these out. I did also receive yesterday a channeled message regarding the Divine Masculine. Channeled message, as you can see, it's scribble. So I'm just going to read this here. It's very short. It says, because the Divine Masculine is not okay. I don't know why it started. Because Divine Masculine is not currently finding their footing, standing in the Divine Feminine's higher states of consciousness. Because they are not finding their footing when they tap into their own inner feminine energy and the outer Divine Feminine. They're recognizing this higher state of consciousness, and because they're not able to, as of this channeling today, might be a little different, they were struggling with finding their footing because it meant that they were in that energy as well. I'm hearing it's just all so new for me. I'm hearing it's all so new for me. Because of that, they are not able to trust their intuition, their inner feminine, right? Unable to trust the accuracy of their intuition. This is reflecting in ways of a distance and silence towards the Divine Feminine in the outer experience. What I want to say to that is what I felt when this was coming through was, so I tapped into my own feminine and masculine energy and asked it to show me what this meant. And in a nutshell, this meant that, for example, my inner feminine may not be trusting my inner masculine to me keep me safe as I traverse some deep grief and emotions. My inner masculine may feel unsafe with themselves because now the feminine energy is becoming very loud to them, like their intuition. They're noticing, I think I said this somewhere in one of the other readings, that the divine masculine is noticing how quick it is to have a thought and then it happens. Or to, alchemy and manifestation is like blowing the freaking minds right now. And recognizing that the divine feminine has been walking in that energy for some time now, re-emerging as the high priestess. I'm hearing. I'm also picking up on there's just an importance of having the lower three chakras, the solar plexus, the sacral, and the root chakra, in the heart chakra connected firmly. So if there's an imbalance, if there's a distrust between the feminine chakras or feminine energy and the masculine energy, both having a little bit of a wobble there. I did mention that wobble a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, maybe, with the divine masculine readings. Maybe that was just simply the wobble, is just trying to find your footing. So I explained it to somebody just the other day, and it just popped into my head now, and it's making sense more now of what the divine masculine is experiencing. Is I felt like I was standing on a boat, and a speedboat goes by, and it causes a little bit of a wake in the water, right? And the boat kind of does that. My vehicle's even been doing that. That's very interesting. You put brand new tires on, and it's got to get used to the new tread and everything, it feels like. So there's a lot of those messages that have been coming through now that I'm recognizing them. That's another indication. Maybe they're having some aha moments where that kind of sounded weird coming out. Aha moments where they're recognizing. I feel like they're really being shown what it means to have the feminine energy within them fully online, and the masculine energy fully online, and working in tandem. I feel like it just might be freaking them the hell out. So let's take a sip of coffee, sip of tea, because you're going to be here for a hot minute, right? And let's talk to the divine masculine. See what kind of energies are around them. This is for later. Don't let me forget that that's over there. Let's see. Okay. So let's just tap into the divine masculine's energy. Thank you, divine masculine, for allowing us to tap into your energy. What messages do you wish to convey right now? I have a feeling this could be a very vulnerable energy. The messages coming through, it just got a wave of vulnerability come over me. So let's take a look. What is this full moon in Scorpio bringing to the surface for you, divine masculine, especially when it comes into connection with the divine feminine? As always, watch this for your inner masculine and feminine, and for your outer masculine and feminine. Divine masculine saying, okay, deep breath. They're like it's like they've got to talk themselves through this. They want to get through this. They want to express themselves. It's like they're cheering themselves on the whole way because it's new territory for them. Well, all right, we just, I don't know if you saw that, but one just flew right over here, and three just came up right. The one that flew over here, your commitment is being tested. Mmm. I like that because this is like, I feel like the divine masculine has recently put some healthy boundaries up around themselves, and the energies are giving them opportunities to uphold them. This is where I'm I'm hearing detached observer. Did that come through? Where did that come through? With the Sagittarius reading the other day, you're seeing the fine print. I wrote down when I was doing that reading, be a detached observer. And I just heard that again, detached observer. Can we spell observer? That's the mode that they're in right now. In a commitment with someone or something else, maybe a situation. I feel like they got hit by something, and they're like eyes wide open, right? Time for healing. I'm hearing this is going to take some time to process. I love the purples here, so it's telling me third eye, crown chakra really opening up. Maybe the throat chakra as well, a little bit of a blue in the background of those. Show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. Yes, they are trying to figure out how to coexist on this planet in this new mode of the Emperor. Did you just see that? That little orb that kind of just went bloop, bloop, bloop. I find that when I sit closer to my plants, I've got a lot of fairies that are around me, and I've got a plant sitting here, and I got two on the stand right next to me, right behind my mama's picture and my grandma's picture. So I love that so much. I love that so much. And yes, emotions are running high here with this. I told you, Scorpio full moon, deeply emotional, but in a good way. This is going to excavate a lot of things that we thought we looked at, things that we may have brushed under the carpet. I feel like in order to show the world the real them, they've got to get used to seeing the real them. It's going to take a lot to process. Let's see what else. What other energies are running for the divine masculine at this time? Where do they find themselves, Spirit? Embracing the embracing enthusiasm, shout to the heavens with happiness. I feel that they're really elated with this. They're like stoked, man. But then there's that underlying energy that's like, wow, this is a strange new world for me right now. Like I said, I just feel like interesting. I just looked up at this card and I saw this wave of this white here. It looked like a child's face. The profile of a little baby. You see that? I've got this. Also looks like Casper the Ghost. If you've ever seen that movie as a kid. Oh my gosh. Um, so no accidents here, right? So they could be haunted by some things of the past. Um, that's coming up, but they're facing it head on instead of ignoring it, and I think that's that's a new place um, for the divine masculine to um, be in two different emotional energies at the same time. It's a new place and it's very strange to them. Let's take a look at the energy around their 3D life. Quite positive. Of course, this is going to change. Looking at the energy, right? Not the specifics. Though some of those may come through. Yeah, there's that anxiety card. Could use a good shot of cortisol, you know, like rhodiola root extract to calm the cortisol levels in their body. Envy. Oof, they've got some people very jealous around them. Could be a karmic partner. They could be seeing what once was very kind and caring and generous and compassionate is not. I do want to say divine feminines. Jeez, you can't make this up. Divine feminines, they are doing everything in their power. And it came through a few weeks ago, doing everything in their power to get to this with you. Abundance, a new start, innocence, I'm hearing. Just the brighter days with you. Some of them may be, like I've been speaking about for a very long time, getting out of karmic connections. Let's see what other energies are swimming around the divine masculine that I'm channeling right now, or divine masculine collective. Some of them are, yeah, some of them may be signing off on some contracts. Uh, they may be looking at the glass as half empty instead of half full right now. Second chakra, like the lower three chakras, definitely I'm feeling my heart chakra as well. There's just like this burning um, sensation all of a sudden. I do feel like the divine masculine is letting us know that they have people, situations, things, maybe even work that are draining their energy, that are jealous of the light that they're now exuding. There's like more attention on them because they are now in this mode, right? There's more attention on them, and they're just trying to figure this out, how to navigate this energy. Oh, thank you. Okay, new state of being. New state of a being. All right. Where do you want to go, divine masculine? Yeah, they're carrying a lot right now. lot of burden. I don't feel like all of it's theirs. I feel like it's the people that are finding them all. They're, it's like I just heard. It's like I'm a shiny new penny, and everybody's flocking to me. Um, Very interesting. They're they're really doing their best to. Yeah, I keep getting they're recognizing that this is their ascension path. They're recognizing they've got to see things clearly, feel things clearly, and they're excited about that on one hand, but that part of themselves, a part of their inner masculine or the inner feminine that's not trusting the masculine to keep themselves safe during this transition, that's where that little wobble, that hiccup is, right? So let's take a look at the overall energy with the tarot here. What can you tell us, divine masculines, about this? Oh, look at this. They are all in their fields, man. They are all in their fields. They are missing something that they once had. Yes, they are. There's a Four of Cups again. Wee bit lackluster. We'll get into that. We'll ask why in a moment. What else do you want us to know here? The King of Pentacles, the Death card, and the Hangman. The Two of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm hearing that, divine masculine. This Two of Pentacles is, they've got some clarity on something. It's like something that they have been really yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no all over. They've got some clarity around what needs to be done now. And there is certainly a transformation that they're ready to take. Ooh, well, it's going to happen one way or another, universe, right? But there's more, this embracing enthusiasm. I feel like they want it. They've had a taste of it, and they want it. They might not have known how to go about all of this. Nine of Cups. Yeah. Two of Swords, and we've got the Empress. So right now, divine feminine, divine masculine is keeping you out of the loop energetically. You may feel that they have kind of pulled back their energy. There may be a pause in things if things have been moving forward in some form or fashion. I feel like it's for your best. It's for your highest good. Nine of Cups here. They don't wish for you to be fully feeling what they're going through, but I feel like you do, but you don't know the details, and that's important for them. It's really important for them. Let me ask, why is this Four of Cups again? Why the lackluster? You're really missing a time that was more solid And I love how this is, because this is a 6 and a 4, but look at the numeral V1, 1V, 5115. There's a mirroring going on. So divine feminine, I feel like you're seeing that. Like I was saying earlier, you know, how I'm seeing how my own inner feminine and masculine energies weren't trusting each other, I guess I could say, you know, for fully trusting the intuition or fully trusting the accuracy. It's not that I don't trust my intuition. It still freaks me out at the accuracy of my intuition. And I'm, for me, full disclosure here, I'm still, that's just what I'm moving through in the last, just since this year, really. And I feel it's because I've got more and more and more and more and more people telling me about the accuracy. And trust me, there are some things that come through, channel through me, that I really wish were not true. Um, but it's just the divine speaking through me, right? Anyway, back to the divine masculine here. Divine feminine, I do feel like you're sensing a mirroring going on. I want to rephrase that. Yes, you're sensing it, but I feel like there's clarity in it. It's like you're in a place, you know you haven't got to chase your divine masculine. You know that they're right there with you. And now you 1,000,000% know, that's a big number, 1,000,000% know that the alignment between the two of you has been cleared out so much that you feel that mirroring going on. Got an itchy nose all of a sudden, so that's telling me that that's one of my spot on indications as well. But let's talk to the divine masculine collective. Why the Four of Cups again? You just have lost that. I feel like I don't want to say you've lost the magic of life. I want to say it's only an aspect of you. Maybe the 3D aspect with this King of Pentacles here. Maybe the human aspect of you feels lackluster, like you're missing something. But yet, like the divine feminine internally, you know that your counterpart is always there. Am I making sense here? Let's get to this Four of Cups. Well, I asked if I was making sense. Answer is yes. I said whatever I just said, whatever just channeled through me about the 3D aspect of the divine masculine is feeling this lackluster. You know what I want to say? I feel like they want to just hurry up and get this done and over with, because they can't wait to get to their divine feminine. That just, thank you forever. But yes, everything I just said, yes, the truth. Let me pull back on this a little bit. The Four of Cups. Why the Four of Cups? Why the lackluster? Some of the truth that I'm coming into has been a hard pill to swallow. This divine masculine is coming through, or this collective is coming through, saying that there's a lot of questions around why they weren't aware or privy to. There's a group saying privy to, so I don't know who says privy to. Um, their own truth before now. I mean, there's things. What did I? Yes, miffed at themselves for not seeing clearly any sooner than this. So like they're really seeing the connections they're in. They're really seeing how quite possibly their interpretation of an experience with the divine feminine, if you've had physical experience with them, like their interpretation of it, how misconstrued it really was. Um, I'm feeling a bit of like this lackluster. Yes, number one, it's maybe a moment of where the divine masculine is kind of like beating themselves up in the head, going, "Oh, I'm so stupid. Why couldn't I not see that sooner?" But that's a 3D response, right? And then this divine masculine remembers, "No, I'm the emperor," and they understand that everything happened exactly the way it was. It was, how it's played out. Um, this lackluster becomes, I just lost it. It becomes, I lost it. My apologies. But, mm, that's been happening to me a lot lately, where I'm channeling and it's coming through, and then I've just got this big old door that shuts and blocks it off, and I can't. My human and my channeling, we can't even get back to um, what was coming through. I do want to say when that happens, there's a great possibility that the energies have shifted that much and that quickly. It's like as it's channeling through, the energy shifts, so the message becomes null and void. Ooh, very interesting. There's something about null and void that just sent a shiver down my spine. Let's take a look at this death card here, this transformation. Yep, it's time. Yeah. If you've got your headphones on, or even if you don't, you can still hear my ostomy is making noise, so I do apologize. Um, I know I don't have to say that, but if I ever get a new person on here that just, I don't even want to comment that from a new person that says, "What the hell is that noise?" I have an ostomy. I can do nothing about her noise. Anyway, whew, this is big. It's big. Clarifying a major arcana with another major arcana. It's big. A lot of aha moments within the next 3 days, I'm hearing from this full moon in Scorpio tonight or this afternoon. And let's see, are we there yet? Oh, no, almost. It's 12:10. But this transformation was quick. There's a chariot. It's quick. Uh, for some, it's moving away from a third party so they can move forward after a time of healing to the divine feminine, which is the Nine of Pentacles, is my minor arcana depiction of the Empress. Yeah. Oh, come back here. Quick, decisive. Ooh, that's what this is. Decisive. Quick and decisive transformation. They've chosen this. And they're and which we all know that, right? Our souls chose this path before coming here. But now they know it. Now they know it. Now the light bulb has come on, the enlightenment, the truth of the connection with the divine feminine. That's what's spurring them. It's the truth of the divine connection with the divine feminine. I feel like I want to say the divine masculine needs to forgive themselves for not knowing anything sooner. And I've got a card over here. I don't know if when it came, but it's just sitting here. Let's see what it is. This card, oh my gosh, look at the bottom of the deck. This card, look at this, was, I don't know when it came out. When I was I don't know where it came from. But it wanted to be seen. Oh, look at that. Walls are dropping. I was showing the Seven of Wands because I feel like the divine masculine is doing everything they can to protect the divine feminine in this connection from this energy. Okay? So like I said, you may not be hearing from them. Another reason why you may not be hearing from them or even feeling their full energetic presence is because number one, they're trying to get their footing. Number two, they're trying to protect the connection. They recognize now how sacred this connection is, and they are protecting it from anything that is karmic. There's another thing of karmic energy. Nine of Wands, Three of Swords. Couldn't see my way through, but now they have cut themselves free from something, or they're in the process of cutting themselves free from something. Wait for the communication, divine feminine. You know, I'm not saying wait, sit on the couch eating a bag of chips. This is about go about doing your thing. Keep doing you. Obviously, obviously, you know this by now. And then the news will come. When you're not looking for it, it will come. Yeah, could be at nighttime. There's that full moon up there. Could be, yes. Spirit saying don't take that card. Let's see. Well. Moving forward. Definitely integrating their feminine energy here. What else can you say about this bottom row here? The Nine of Cups, Two of Swords, and the Empress, Divine Masculine. Well, there's a half a deck that wants to come out, not taking them. What else do you want? There's a lot they want to say. Yeah, I feel like they want to say, number one, they're recognizing the patience of the Divine Feminine. Now they're seeing why patience was one of the main things for divine feminines to acquire during this journey. They are coming through saying they certainly want to heal this connection. Sagittarius energy there. We have Venus and Taurus. Taurus a couple times. We are in Taurus season. Yeah, yes. What else about the Divine Feminine connection here? What do you want to say to the Divine Feminine? You are their joy. You are their wish. Their wish incarnate. You're their wish incarnate. Ace of Wands. Yes, that's the truth. There's definitely a new beginning that's wanted here. A very honest and truthful beginning. Nothing hidden. Absolutely nothing hidden. Raw, vulnerable, Ten of Wands. There's a lot they want to say to you. There's a lot they've got to unburden themselves with when it comes to the connection with you. I feel like there is a conversation that's coming here. Let's talk about this because we did get the Page of Wands here on the bottom of the deck. Talk to me about any kind of form of communication here. Divine Masculine. Oop. Yeah. Balance, reciprocity. Showing that they want to put in the effort here. No. Hold, please. The World fell on the floor. And the Knight of Wands. Yeah. Communication coming in. I do feel like once they close out a cycle that's just out of balance for them, they want to certainly put the time and the effort into this new cycle between the two of you. Yeah. I was asking about, in my mind, I was asking about the Knight of Wands because it can come through as a bit of a player. Like, I feel like there's a lot of Kundalini energy with this full moon in Scorpio as well. There is wanting to come forward, but I looked at the bottom of the deck. They know they've got to take their time with this. They don't want to repeat any old patterns. So just know that the passion is there. They may just be really holding themselves back a bit. Yeah, but man, look at that. 10 of Cups right there. Wheel of Fortune. Love that. Any final messages here? Divine Masculine. What do you need us to know? Anything else? Got enough on your plate here. I can feel the shift in this Divine Masculine. Yeah, there's a lot of, I'm hearing the phrase, there's a lot of skeletons in my closet that I am releasing. Oh my gosh, yes. So 7 of Swords, I that's what I heard with the 7 of Swords. Something about skeletons in their closet. And another ace, 3 aces. Wanting to make something tangible, wanting to start this new journey, this, walk through this new gateway with the Divine Feminine, but with no lies, no secrecy, getting it all, wherever this conversation comes, and it's coming, and you know it's coming, because there it is, Divine Feminine. You know it's coming. It's been coming for a long time. You feel the momentum. You trust your intuition. I do want to note that the only ace that's not here is the Ace of Cups. So let's see where the Ace of Cups is sandwiched between. Oh, would you look at that? Well, I'm going to take all of this. So Ace of Cups is sandwiched between the King and Queen of Swords. Now, if you listen to me for a hot minute, you know that when I had the King and Queen of Swords come out in a Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, Twin Flame reading, it represents a divorce. I do feel that the love for you, Divine Feminine, it's there. I feel that the love the Divine Masculine has for the Divine Feminine is there for this karmic partner to see. Look at their faces. They are not happy. It is not a connection of love. They've tried, and it's, I'm hearing, we tried, but it tore us asunder. Why do I have a deja vu on that? Did that come out in another reading? Torn us asunder. That is not a phrase that I use. And I feel like I've used it twice in the last few weeks. Um, but the good thing is, so we have the King of Pentacles coming out here with the Divine Masculine's energy, and the Queen of Pentacles is on the other side of this King of or King of Swords here in the bottom of the deck, or in the middle of the deck rather. So King and Queen of Pentacles, that's tangible, physical. There's connection, there's marriage, it's trustworthy. This is something that it's not, and I just feel like with the King and Queen of Swords, oh wow, I just got this like really metallic taste in my mouth. That's interesting. This could also be referencing that the Divine Masculine has a lot of truth to tell you about the connection. Uh, Not the details of it, like I said earlier, but the emotion behind it. I feel like the Divine Masculine feels it for them, for their part of this journey, where they're at, and how they handle this. I feel like they are saying, for me, Divine Feminine, I need to speak my truth about why I went in the direction that I did, why I chose differently, because that helps them on their healing. You know, Divine Feminine, you may talk about it, you may have a counselor, you may have a therapist, you may have a friend, you may write about it and burn it, but the Divine Masculine is, it's a heavy conversation, but it's also a very freeing conversation that's to be had here. It's one that will clear all the blocks from their heart where they weren't being truthful with themselves about how they felt about the karmic partner, how they felt about the Divine Feminine, how they felt about themselves even, you know. There is some truth and clarity. It's very heartfelt, it's very vulnerable, it's very emotional, where these two energies, it's not very emotional. So in between this, there's a lot that wants to pour from the divine masks, from the Divine Masculines here. And that love is for their counterpart. And look at that, right underneath her, we've got union. Four of Wands, 1111, twin flame energy. All right, so, but first, the Divine Masculine showing up here again as the Emperor has to put something to bed. Something's ended for them, and or has already ended, and there's been some strength that's needed to be done, some healing. There could be some replenishing of some finances, which, you know, we've had here, right? I feel I feel like that's very minimal. I feel like this financial constraints and this Four of Pentacles is really saying to me more about their own worth and their value, and they found it. They didn't realize it was there because of, you know, and they found that their real worth and their real value is found and will be found, if they haven't found it yet, in the full integration and embodiment of their inner feminine energy, right? The balance of that. And they're knowing this now. They're knowing this. It's like that lackluster energy is like now they've got the final piece to their puzzle. And they can start to see the landscape a lot clearer here. so they can make clearer decisions and choices for themselves. Let's just take a quick peek at the Divine Feminine's energy. Just a few cards here. If you're still here, thank you very much. It helps the algorithm. I appreciate that. We've got Hermit and Temperance. Divine Feminines are holding space for the Divine Masculine, inner and outer, I'm hearing. And they're also just moving through their own process of healing, self-discovery, helping others, guiding others, being a teacher, being a leader, being a mentor. I love that these two major arcanas came out for the Divine Feminine. Yeah, success. They know and they trust that their Divine Masculine is doing everything that they need to. I like that very much. I do have one final thank you for whoever said it's on the couch. I heard someone say it's on the couch. Oh, that's funny. Well, these just flipped out. Higher learning and cloak of wisdom, Katumi and Melchizedek. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. There's a trusting in the intuition instead of doubting. So if you're going to do a release, ritual with this full moon, releasing anywhere where you're holding and harboring doubt and distrust in yourself and in your intuition, in spirit, in your Divine Masculine, whatever it is. And higher learning with Melchizedek, you have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. I feel like this is like a hermit energy coming through here. There's a lot going on right now energetically for the connection. We have Isis, magic manifesting. That's what I'm seeing is when I said earlier how they're just really like, wow, ask, believe, and receive. They're seeing how each step is very connected, and if you want something good versus something undesirable, they're also seeing the other side of it where you could manifest something more of something undesirable if you keep focusing on it. So there's Isis. I'm not familiar with this one. I just heard Isolt. I don't know if that's a goddess that you work with, Divine Feminine or Divine Masculine, but Isolt, Isolt. I seriously don't even know if I've got a deck that's got a card in there with her on it, but I'm hearing it. It's not a goddess that I am familiar with. So do with that what you will. That might be for someone in particular. The Holy Spirit, expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. Yeah, you know that, Divine Feminine. I want to go say both lines at the same time. Hilarion, divine healing. Honor your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. Again, hermit energy. You've got to heal and come to terms with ourselves, with our shadow, with things that, even unforgiveness, like I said earlier, I feel like the Divine Masculine needs to forgive themselves for not knowing sooner what they know now. And we have faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, and see the light in the world. This is also saying to me the Divine Masculine is really troubled with what's going on in the world. And then you put on top of that everything that they're going through energetically now, and in this connection. I've got to say, it's got to be very overwhelming for them, but they will do it. They've got this for sure. I don't know what more to say here. I really don't. But a lot going on, a lot of truth, a lot of clarity, a lot of aha moments, a lot of needing to integrate, a lot of coming to terms with things, a lot of facing their own bullshit is the word I'm hearing. um, Things they've done in the past, and if I'm not mistaken, I think I've got a lot of that similar energy for the last quite a few months here, uh, maybe 6, 7, 8 months, where the masculine energy is really having a hard time with who they once were, because they're no longer that person and that energy or that personality. They're recognizing their shifts, but I feel like it's taken them by surprise. I mean, I can say that even for myself. I look at myself going, I can't fucking believe I said that or did that or was that way, because I can't even, like, who I am now. I can't even fathom the me that I am now being the me that I was. It's like I have no recollection up until a point, till it comes to my mind, of certain situations. I mean, my memories are very limited, especially in the where the emotional charge of it is. Do you get what I'm saying? That you know, the emotional charge isn't there, and then when that's not there, and I can fully be a detached observer and look in at a certain situation, the memory that's coming up, I can be like, okay, I really could have handled that differently. Why did I say it that way? Why did I, I could have said it this way and I could have gotten a totally different result. So I didn't say it this way and get a totally different result. What was the purpose of saying it that way and getting the result that I did? And how did that play out, getting me to here? Seeing all those steps forward. And I feel like that's one of the things that the divine masculine is seeing right now. And on top of uh, feeling the connection stronger with the divine feminine, on top of you know the shadow work that's coming through with the full moon and other transits, and on top of their 3D life, and on top of their their family. It's becoming a lot, and it actually, it's become a lot a long time ago is what I'm hearing, and now they're just starting to peel back the layers, and it's like, oh my gosh, had I known I'd felt this great, I would have done that a long time ago. Had I had this clarity, I would have, I could have stopped, or I could have done something differently, or you know what I mean? So I don't feel like they're really fully beating themselves in the head, but let's be honest here, we are human. We have a human brain. We have an ego that gets bruised. No matter how much of the ego we dissolve, if it's meant to trigger us and bruise us and make us feel lackluster, let's just use that term, like it's been coming through for this the divine masculine collective, then it certainly has a purpose, for being the trigger at that time. Do you follow me around along here? Follow the little bouncing ball. Yeah, I just feel like the divine masculine is at a space right now where they're maneuvering a lot of energy, and it's new energy to them. And divine feminine, you know exactly what that feels like. So I am going to leave it there. Don't know what else to say. And it's already an hour. All right. I love you. We will talk soon. Take care.